happens when you take a card like Rite of Oblivion and Skyfisher Spider, cards that allow you to sacrifice things to remove indiscriminately any non-land permanent that your opponent controls. Well, today we are going to find out if it is possible to build a deck around these cards with a deck that I call Circle of Death. The reason being, well, here's the main problem with these cards, right? Well, first off, Skyfisher Spider, if you're not aware, it doesn't see a whole lot of play. For two and a black and a green, you get a 3/3 creature with reach. Remember, it's got reach, good for those birds and phoenixes and whatnot. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. You don't have to. When you do, destroy target non-land permanent. When it dies, you may gain 1 life for each creature card in your graveyard. If you do exile Skyfisher Spider from your graveyard, note that it doesn't exile of the other creatures, just the spider. So, the main problem with cards like these, even this one that flashes back, and it technically kind of is card advantage, but it's not because it comes with the cost. And, you know, there's cards that pump out things, but do we really want to do that? Why not? Why do tokens when we can just have creatures that can come back on their own accord? So that's what we've got this deck loaded to the teeth with. We have our Lunarch Veterans, which can die, come back as a Luminous Phantom. Cult Conscript, which can come back over and over for half the cost of an underdog, which itself can come back. Blitz, albeit not so permanently, but it can come back. And of course, everyone's favorite Mosswood Dread Knight. I love these cards. Now, we have a little bit extra to help accrue value, because if you're just, if you're just getting a creature back every now and again, like, it's still costing you mana, it's costing you tempo. You need a little bit extra to squeeze out that last little bit of value. So, running the Transmigrant's Crown for 2 mana. It is an artifact equipment that gives your equipped creature +2/+0. Great for sending through the air or putting on a trampler. And whenever the equipped creature dies, you draw a card. You can pay 2 or a single black for it, which is great because we run a lot of pain lands. Sometimes you have 2 of these open and you're like, I don't want to ping myself for 1. So that cost can be very nice. In addition to our Rite of Oblivion and our Skyfisher Spider, we have our Duskrose Reliquary, a newer card. For 1 white, it's an artifact. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Note, if you really need to, you can sacrifice the crown. You can also sacrifice the tapped treasure tokens that this starts pumping out, which is nice because normally you can't really do anything with these treasures right away, but all these, the Rite of Oblivion, the Annihilating Glare, and the Duskrose Reliquary allow you to tap into that resource much more quickly. All of this adds up for a really bad situation for your opponent. And it's called Circle of Death because, as you can see, you have these cards that you've sacrificed to remove all their things, and over and over they keep coming back and you keep gaining life, and it's kind of this value snowball that really works well with the Skyfisher Spider and the Rite of Oblivion, all of these. That's enough of that. Let's see how it does, shall we? This doesn't look terrible. I can't use the Rite of Oblivion right away, but I think we can work around that. I think I do put the Galligrators down first, especially if I don't draw land. Human. Death Touch Human. Alright, looking for a land. Oh, that is a land. Right on. The nice thing about the Galligrators is that the treasure tokens can be used both for the Reliquary and the Annihilating Glare. Yeah, and also the Rite of Oblivion. Huh. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare. Yeah. I'm sure you also wouldn't dare. Sacrifice a creature. Alright, so, Coily Caves. If we play the underdog, it's gonna screw me out of mana. So I'm gonna preemptively... Oh, hold on, I don't actually know. If we play the underdog and it dies turn 4, we can start sending them in. I'm also a Dread Knight. My god, I turned down this volume. Alright, I think we're gonna go with the underdog. Less pressure to bring it back if it dies, when it dies. And then, check this out. We'll create a treasure token. Dusk Rose Reliquary. Sacrificing said tap token. And get rid of the Vanguard. Not bad. Swing in for 1 damage. How does that feel? Does it sting? Bet it does. So I don't think I want to... Why? There's a lot of decks where one might consider putting Ashnod in. Not a lot of them really exist. Interesting. So we are playing mono white, legendary humans, Esper humans. Esper. With that said, we might... Ooh. Well, that is a pickle. I can't use the Rite of Oblivion right now. Shoot. So I guess I'll drop an aspirant. Create a treasure. Do we draw a card? Now we don't need to draw a card. Do we swing in? Kill the Ashnod. Make them make a decision. Do they really see what else is coming? Sure. Do we start with the Dread Knight? I think we can. I think it's alright. I have a Trampler. That's not bad. And then we will gain life. See, I like all the synergy. All these cards, half these cards here are like, oh, if you recur your Dread Knight or your underdog, you get value, which is nice. And this needs to die. Why did they do that? And why did they do that now? I clearly have a little bit of graveyard synergy going on. Must have another. So what do? Target human gains lifelink. End step if you have exactly 13 life. Flying, trample, lifelink. Sack another creature, draw a card. Sacrifice her. Hexproof, indestructible. Don't like that. Bruh. Give me a goddamn break. So, battlefield. I want to create another token, I think. And swing in with both of these. Then maybe they'll do something worth reacting to. Hexproof and indestructible. So does it really matter? I don't think it really matters. Do they have something better to protect? I'm pretty sure this looks like their combo. Give their Flesh Machinist lifelink. Okay, maybe not. I hope you weren't thinking that that was how the graveyard was exiled. Oh. Interesting. How do you have another? So that'd be bad for me. But like, of course. Why wouldn't they? First order of business is we get, if my graveyard isn't exiled. Okay, good. Get the Dread Knight the hell out of there. Why the fuck do you do this to me, auto tapper? Anyway, we got something. You can put the Dread Knight. Really could have used that extra treasure. Maybe I just start swinging with the underdog. Lose 3 life a turn. Joda. Not a fan. Do I eat the 3? I think I can, because I can trade with that later. Potentially. Thicket. You're really looking to screw me on this, huh? Creature, artifact, auto pay. Ouch. Yeah-huh. Gain 1 life. I think they want to keep that around. I might actually entertain the idea of getting rid of it. No, no. Gotta do it through other means. 11. Sure wish I had something that didn't kill me to produce black mana. Cool. Dread Knight. Glare. Dread Knight. Cost them 5. But I could skip it. Use my Skyfisher. Oh, I gotta rescue this from the graveyard though. So I'm gonna do that. They got nothing that protects yet. I'm sure they have a Plaza lurking in their deck. I don't really want that. Okay. Yes, please. Hey, look. Black mana that doesn't cost life. I'm a little nervous right now. I don't know what they're planning. But they can't play Joda. Which is good news for me. You gotta let the Dread Knight go. I think we do it like this. I'm not gonna block. Start chipping him down. Oh, I could have blocked this. Oh. Okay, do your bullshit. Give me a break. Ah, lucky for me. I happen to run a lot of creatures and not a whole lot of lands. Creature or planeswalker. Not totally opposed to that. You're giving me 2 cards. Excuse me? Oh, it doesn't die. That's right. Alright, that's fine. I can block the Mechanist or something. Boy howdy, I had a whole lot of things that could earn me cards. It's pretty big. Love when you're about a quarter of your deck is like absolute game changers and you can't do anything about it. You can't draw nothing but lands when you run 18 to 20 lands. Like, well, Jesus. Should've swung with this. Maybe. I don't know. What is this? Okay. Three, four. You fucker. Maybe. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Give me a break. Fucking lands. Oh, I don't run that many lands. You don't gain any life by yourself. You're just a vigilant horseman. Don't think there's any good blocks here, though. I think I'm done. Bummer. Hmm? Four, five, six, seven, eight. And block here. And I double block there. Not the Luminous Phantom. But could bring it back. Okay, my life. I know you're non-skeleton. Okay, there we go. Conscript. I can respond with its own ability? Cool. Got a little scared. Ooh. Hello. Let's see what we get first. Oh, look at that. Can't risk the life loss. These are bigger, so I'm going to Dusk Rose. I'm gonna say this guy. I have enough colorless that I can bring it back. Do I get rid of you? I think I do, huh? Probably get rid of one of these. No, I'm gonna go with this. 1, 2. Not gonna block with that. So. Cool. +1/+1 counters and trample. Love that. Fuck. no trample. Just haste. Oh. Hmm. Okay, no combat trick. I go up a couple more points. Let me tell you, it was a game changer when I realized that I can just pop these down at the end of my opponent's turn. I'm going to kill somebody. Okay. I guess we're going in for another 1 point. Never mind. Shit. Oh my god. They could have blocked. They could have blocked. I have enough to bring back both of my conscripts. 6, 7, 8. I could force them into a block. Maybe not. Yeah, what are you doing? Huh. Okay. Haste. Hmm. Alright, well, it's not entirely great. But are you going to swing with everything? First strike too, God. I'd have to double block and eat 4 damage. Hmm. Suppose I could do that, huh? Or... yeah. Eh? What do you think? I think so. Do you have another Seed of a Ganjo in your hand? Could cast it. Huh. Think I can do this without killing myself? Oh, I know what to do. I sack you. And then 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait a minute. So you tell me. I've hit you with you. Yeah, I wasn't blocking. Huh! Oh, we did it! Yay! This is our only green source, but we do have the underdog. Pretty please go first. I would like that very much. Got another jank pile versus jank pile. No, no, nobody plays these. Oh. Spells they cast this turn cost 2 more. No. I am good. Thank you. Still gonna start out with the underdog. I don't like having the pressure to bring back the Dread Knight so early in the game. Better when you got extra mana to sink into it. Oh, Bant. Nah. You do something about this? No. We're getting a ball rolling. I've already gone up a card. Ah. Boo. You have Ward 2. No. Another underdog. Sure, I will take it. So. Try the underdog. Ah. I guess we crown for full value. Doesn't matter. It's a fast clock. They don't seem entirely like... I don't think they're gonna play board wipes. Because, see, they're playing these creatures that are... like, they're investing in the creatures. You don't want to spend all this time putting +1/+1 counters on your creatures just to blow up the board. That was the issue with Abzan back in Cons of Tarkir? Clans of Tarkir? I don't know. Nope. Basically, when I call it Abzan, it's Abzan. When it was centered around white, hold on. I think we swing in first. When it was centered around white, it was running running this gimmick with like it was Selesnya counters and then Orzhov regeneration or reanimation. Turns out that doesn't work very well because believe it or not, when you create I really want to do that. I have the upper hand here. Maybe I want to do this. I am so sure that they're not going to blow up the board. That one doesn't really get protection from counter spells like the other one does. Broker's Charm. Choose one. Nobody knows. Draw 2 cards. So the problem with the way the wedge was configured back then was that, you know, you'd build up your board, like go wide, load them up with counters, and then if someone would blow up the board, or you blew up the board because it was in your colors, you're rebuilding from square one. Like, your entire game plan from turn 1 to wherever you got now. Let's do this. And we'll move the crown over to the trampler. Hell yeah. Look at that. And still move crown? Yes. Okay. And then no. So you build up this board. Oh, right. It takes you the whole game to get to this state. So let's say 4 turns to get to a real nasty Selesnya-esque board state. And then you start at square one with maybe a couple 1/1s. Like, while your opponent's like, oh, here's my 6 mana spell. It just didn't make sense. And I'm very glad that they kind of reconfigured all of that. Make them do something about this. Yeah, why not? Because, I mean, they're enemy colors, so it kind of makes sense that they wouldn't play well together. Whereas Golgari and Orzharv, or Sharv,
anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
that'll be fine.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
Are both reanimation and removal, you know? So it worked out pretty well. I feel like our opponent might be feeling the pressure. I have lots of removal. Question is, when do I use it? I could drop the Gala Graders and then Underdog. Wouldn't leave any mana open, but...
I'm never done for good. Guards, to me.
I could Underdog and then Rite of Oblivion their blocker. 4, 5, 6. That's what they want to do, isn't it? Oh, I can do both now, huh? Hey, fuck off with that. Creators. No, I was wrong. All right. Did I make the token now? Yeah. Still wanna use it to blow something up. They pretty much have to block something here. Wow. That is some shit. Do we get a 1-mana removal? No, we do not. Sure. That way they can't attack in. I'll have a few things here now I could use to clear the way. That's what I really need to focus on. They're not going to play board wipes. They're a go wide deck. They play Werefox Bodyguard. Don't play like they're going to play board wipes. No, don't you freaking dare. Undo. 1 black mana, please. Uh-huh. Yeah. Autopay. Sacrifice treasure. Autopay. They don't have to block, so yeah. I'm gonna create another treasure. Sure. No swing. Let's load you up first. See what they do. And then we'll put this over onto here. Good game. Called Conscript. We have a crown. Into it. Start with the colors. Let's get all our colors out of the way. I think I'll start with the crown. Yeah. Or I could Gala Graders. Oh yeah. No. We can do the crown and then all these guys together. Or these guys together. The possibilities are endless. I think we want to start building up value first, so start laying down some treasures. Iron Crag. Got a way to deal with that. You're not gonna like it. Yup. Yup. Aha! Yeah, that's gone. I'm gonna put this on the conscript to make it the more threatening of the two. I want to give him a reason to remove my value generator. You really want to pressure them to try. What? Good God. They gotta run sweepers, I'm sure. 8 cards in hand. How did this happen? Yeah, see? So now we get to punish them for their stupid mistake. Oh, big old dum-dum. Do we create another one of these? Good, swinging harder. 2, 3. I want to say, do we add pressure? Or do we add removal? Pressure. For Damage. Alright, well, it was about time. Let's see. Got nothing to glare. Guess we're just swinging in, huh? They removed the Dread Knight. I can flash in the conscript. Someone doing bad on lands. Oh man. Sure it'd be nice if you could. I'm not gonna let that sorcery speed removal get to me. Yeah, it's coming. What we got? Nope. Nah, no blitzers. Tain't no blitzing here. I think you veteran. Just veteran? Into Dread Knight? They wipe the board, what happens? No, we need the conscript still. So this is how we will let it be. I can move the equipment over too. Yeah. Alright. Hey, I like that. That's good. That's some good stuff. Esper's no match for this. Whatever this is. It's ain't no match. Alright, welcome back. How did we do? Very well. This iteration is done very, very well. Although, there's some caveats to it. Of course, you play a deck like this, you don't really run into the meta. So sometimes the matchmaker likes to pit you up against the people who run Lantern of Lost Souls or whatever. Like stuff that you never have seen in months and months just spring up out of the woodwork. So there's that factor. So far, this one's done well. Would you craft it? I think most, let's see, wild card wise, it's actually not too bad, frankly. Most of you, if you net deck, you're going to have your Dread Knights and your Underdogs and your Gallagrators, I'm sure. And that's about it for the rares, except for the Transmigrant's Crown. This is a tough one because a lot of decks this is too slow for. I think 3 is probably the threshold that I would say this deck definitely requires. I don't know what you would slot out the 3rd for, but if you happen to have these, I would take the deck for a spin. I have gone through so many iterations. If you find out some way to improve this deck, let me know. I've tried all of the 1-drops, the little gnome that draws you a card and gains you life, and the freebooter. They kind of give you this kind of Gala Greeters / Transmigrant Crown redundancy kind of feeling. But knowing how best of 1 is, aggro being able to swing in is so important. So I think the conscript and the veterans really went out here. But that's it. Thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Please leave me a like, comment, subscribe. You know, all the bells and whistles. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Goodbye.